That's what
Uh,
happened.
yeah, Anu beat him up, and he was like, "All right, I'm gonna get out of here." And he took a warship with the weapons of terror. Can you
Yeah.
imagine the weapons of terror?
Yeah.
What you think the weapons of terror is, though?
Man, I think they're, much more powerful than anything that we got on this planet. Some powerful nuclear weapons. Yes.
I think it is nuclear weapon. I think it is nuclear weapon. So anyway, he's busting out, getting out of town, right? So he finds because he already had the knowledge of the cosmos. So he was like, listen, I gotta go find where Tiamat is because
Hmm.
you know that's where the goal was in back in the day, and that's what we could use to save our planet. Basically, their atmosphere was losing its whatever it needed because the sun was too hot. So they were scorching. They didn't have rain. They didn't
Yep.
have anything. There was pestilence and
Hmm.
devastation. It was
Yep.
terrible. It was a terrible situation for them. So anyway, he's going to find Tiamat because he's like, if I find Tiamat, they're gonna have to make me king.
That's
All
right.
right. I could get my position back and everything is gonna be gravy. I mean, these guys had a lot of what you call it? Gusto on their chest. They all
Right.
wanted to be king. They wanted to be rulers. They was all just like, yeah, I'm the guy who's supposed to be reigning over everything. The macho guys. I'm guessing they was like all macho man.
Yep. Yep.
But anyway, yeah, he finds Tiamat or Key. At that time they were calling it Key. He finds it and he said, "Look, I found where the goal is." He sends the transmission back to Nibiru, and he was like, "Look, I found the goal, but guess what? If I send this goal over or I send you my location, you're gonna have to give me back kingship or give me rule over this planet." Okay,
Hmm. Yep.
Ala, Alalu. That was Alalu. Okay, so you go ahead, Harry, jump on it.
Yeah, man, and when he got to the planet, what I want people to really grasp and connect this to Egypt is these masks, right? So when he touches down on Earth, dude is scared. He's like, "Am I even gonna be able to breathe?" So he has this hawk mask or this falcon mask that he jumps out and he's like, okay, he's testing like so think about this like some of the movies that we watch on Hollywood of like, these astronauts coming to a planet with a helmet. Well, their
Right,
helmet
right.
looked like a falcon. So he gets out and he's like testing, testing. He slowly takes off this helmet. He's like he's like, "Oh shit, I can breathe." So that's check 1. Then he
Yes.
decides he wants to jump into the water, so he puts on this fish costume. Fish costume, if you want to connect that, you got to connect that to what the Dogon says. The Dogon say a fish man lands on the planet, comes out and teaches them about the cosmos, right? So they
Mm.
just have these different types of suits on when they decide to travel through these planets. So Ilalu jumps into the water. He has this and he's like, okay, he's kind of, checking things out or whatever. He gets out, he tests the water. He's like, oh, okay. And then he tests it for the gold and realizes the gold's there. And he's like, I'm about to get my planet back. You remember?
He's like,
Yeah.
I'm about to be king again
I'm about to
until
be
the
king
plot
again.
thickens.
Yeah.
Till
So,
the
like you
plot
said,
thickens. Okay, so hold on. So you just mentioned the Dogons, right? So at this time,